Bentrovati, good to see you. Bentornati, welcome back. Buongiorno e buona Pasqua. Good day and happy Easter. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming back. I'm going to try something today, a special treat called Pastiera. It is a special ricotta cheesecake that is made in Italy for Easter, and it's actually a 2 or 3 day process. I've never done it before, so I'm a little nervous about doing it, but I'm going to give it a go. I hope you like my new hat. It's sort of a pastry hat, and I'm back in my original apron, and you can see the tricolore, the colors of Italy. I know it's crazy, but it's fun. This is called pastiera, as I said, and it requires a few specialty items. We're going to start with the filling, and tomorrow we'll make the crust. The filling, in a typical ricotta cheesecake, you would blend ricotta cheese and some cream cheese with some lemon zest and eggs and sugar and so forth. This requires some specialty items, and it starts, instead of mixing the ricotta with cream cheese, it's mixed with a porridge. And the porridge is this, it's called grano cotto. It's basically cooked wheat, like a bulgur wheat. Wheat berries, right? You can either do it from scratch, or at a specialty store you can pick this up, which comes around every Easter, particularly for pastiera. That's going to be made a porridge with some milk, a little bit of vanilla, the zest of an orange, some butter, and a little bit of sugar. And that will cook first and sort of make the porridge and let that cool. And then we'll come over and look at the filling, the ricotta part of the filling, which has a few other specialty items. Of course, the ricotta cheese and eggs, but this is called fiori di Sicilia. This is an incredible extract. It's an extract of orange blossom and vanilla, and it is, as we say in Italiano, molto profumato. It's a real perfume. It's so un profumo. The alcohol and the orange, the Sicilian oranges and vanilla, give it that real flavor that you can only recognize in this dish, or say in a panettone. And speaking of a panettone, you also recognize this other specialty, which is candied citron and some candied orange rind. Those you can get online. You will recognize them from in a panettone. You'd see them. But this is what's required for the pastiera. So that's where we're going to start. Thanks for coming back. Wish me luck. We're going to give it a whirl, and we'll start in a minute with making the porridge. Thanks so much. Sono grato. I'm grateful that you've come back. And it's interesting, this 3 day thing. Of course, they want the flavors to blend, but today is Holy Thursday, and there's 3 days to Easter, and maybe this is sort of lined up with that calendar to have something to do as we prepare for the big feast on Sunday. As you know, Lent is a time of sacrificing some foods, Carnevale, which is the end of meat and so forth in Italy, and fasting on Fridays and so forth in the Roman tradition, Roman Catholic tradition. And this is the feast. We'll make the filling, tomorrow we'll make the crust, and on Saturday we'll bake it, because the crust will hang out overnight, and it'll be ready in time for Sunday, Easter morning. See you in a minute. Thanks. Okay, here we are, about ready to cook. So let me just show you. Here's the grano cotto, and you can see it's a real grain, right? It's just a cooked grain. We're going to dump this whole thing in on low heat, and come on. Okay, this is fun. There we go. And we're going to add the other ingredients. Just cook this on a low heat. Come on. This is going smoothly. This is where I like to cook, but baking is like, oh my God, it's like chemistry. It's not like biology. You can sort of fix this, and there we go. Come on. And we're going to add about a cup of milk to that. Yeah. get the rest of it out. There we go. Okay. That's done. And we're going to stick in a pat of butter, a little tablespoon or so of sugar, and the zest of half an orange. And I'm just going to cook that on low heat, and it's going to be like an oatmeal kind of consistency when it's done. You don't want to get it too hot. So that's going to take about 5 or 10 minutes. So I'll come back once this is ready, and then we'll move over to the ricotta part. A little espresso. Well, an espresso machine, I've never done that before. Anyway, cheers. Okay, well the grano cotto has cooled, and it's turned into a really nice sort of porridge, right? And while you weren't looking, I added a little bit of vanilla while it was cooking. Now we're going to switch over to the ricotta cheese. This is about a 15-ounce portion. I'm going to stick that in here. All right. And then add some sugar and whisk that. It's about 2/3 of a cup. You can add a little bit more if you want. All right, whisk that up. I'm a lefty. Tell you, what a beautiful day. The azaleas out in the garden are popping, and I planted my arugula. I'm going to plant some leaf lettuce today. It's just we had that storm today, and I know there was some damage done, but we were lucky. There's had some branches come down, but everything is safe. But the azaleas are just popping right now. A little early, just gorgeous. I love my garden. It's amazing how much it changed just in a week. Okay, so that's kind of light. Roughen up a little bit. And then add 1 egg at a time. There's 3 eggs, 1 at a time. Boom, that was 2. Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's got a nice yellow color to it, doesn't it? And when this is all together, I'm just going to stick it in the refrigerator overnight so that all these flavors can blend. You know, they say, especially Italian cooking, things taste better the next day. So this is sort of built in. There we go. And we'll make the crust tomorrow. They say sometimes recipes call for a lot more eggs. I guess maybe because this time of year there are a lot of, in Naples and in that portion of Italy, people have their hens laying a lot of eggs, so they don't want anything to go to waste. Okay. Now we're going to add the vanilla. A little bit of cinnamon, just a dash or so. Okay. And millefiori. Okay. Maybe start with a 1/4 teaspoon, and you could just adjust that. Depending on how perfumed you want it to be. That's coming out nicely. Oh yeah, I'm gonna add a little more. The secret ingredient. Oh, you don't need much. You don't need much. Oh yeah. Bang, as I would say. I'd say, dai in Italiano. Ah, molto buono. Now I'm going to put in the citron and the orange. Okay. Good. Now I'm going to fold in the grano. These sort of go. That is the mixture. Now what I'm going to do is let that sit overnight. So all those wonderful flavors. Smells orangey. Will blend. Excellent. I'm going to put it in this guy. Dangerous. Go, 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 go. How did I measure? Oh, who says the Italians aren't lucky? I called that about right. Okay. So there we have the filling for pastiera. And we will cover this, put it in the refrigerator, and we'll be back tomorrow to make the crust. So, maybe I'll wear a different shirt tomorrow so you really know it's a different day. Alright. Thanks for coming. See you to make the pasta tomorrow. Cheers. Ciao. Ci vediamo. Ciao. Ciao. Bye. Good. So now it's time to make the flour, the pastry. And I changed my sweater. It's a different day. It got colder out. Had a terrific salon with Molly Smith last night. She's going to be doing that every Thursday night at 7 to 7:30. I was with Parker Essay and Joe Slasovich talking about what we've been up to. I talked a little bit about this show and what we're up to get through this isolation and looking forward and still trying to stay creative. Anyway, so this is a very quick. I've got 10.5 ounces of flour. Stick that in the Cucina. I'm going to add about 2.5 ounces of sugar. And I'm going to start, just going to blend that up a little bit, just mix it. Okay, and I'm going to add about 5 ounces of butter that's been chilled and cut into pieces. And I'm just going to mix this up so it sort of makes it a sort of a sandy consistency. Very simple pastry, your basic pastry. Then I'm going to add 3 egg yolks actually, and I've already zested in some a whole zest of lemon. We're getting there. There we go. Yeah, that's starting to sort of granulate a little bit. It's got, yeah, that's nice. Great. Yeah. And I'm going to add the egg yolk and the lemon yolks. So that forms into a ball. And I've got some water in case it needs a little bit more moisture. There we go. Aha! Now we're moving. There we go. A little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Ah, ready. There we go. Now it's dough. Great. Great. So what I'm going to do now is ball it up, wrap it in some saran wrap, stick it in the refrigerator, and we'll get to it tomorrow. All right. See you tomorrow. Good morning. Happy Holy Saturday. Buongiorno. Bentornati. Now we come to the hard part, the moment of truth, of rolling out the dough and putting the pie in the dough. Now, as I said, I've not done this before. I'm not a great baker, but I'm going to give this a whirl. So here's the dough that's been chilling overnight. I'm going to take about 2/3 of it, reserve 1/3 for the upper crust has to work. And I'm going to roll the other out. I've also greased and floured the cake pan. I've got a little flour on the board here. And I'm going to roll this out, and hopefully this will turn into a good crust. And bang it down a little bit. Dust it a little bit with flour. Get it kind of round to start. Interesting. This one will be big enough for a 9-inch pan, pie tin. This. Not so bad. This is an old wooden board that's been part of a Hoosier that we had for many years, and it's finally getting used for what it was designed to do, which is to roll out some dough. Well, this looks pretty good. I just say so myself, if somebody doesn't know what the heck they're doing. I like my flag. It was a little boring. I had to put something up. And I want to get a little festive for Easter, so I put on this little color on my shirt. It looks pretty good. It's a nice thick crust. You don't want to have anything over, because traditionally it does not have a, you don't crimp anything with this crust. Alright, so I'm going to take that. Let's see how I did here. Hey, not bad. So I'm going to press that in with my fingers. Make sure that gets over and in. And I'm going to cut off any of the overage. Put that in for the top. That's in there. Okay. Take my pizza cutter and just trim this off the top. Boy, I can smell the lemon. So the oven is heating up to 375. It's going to bake for about an hour. And then we'll check it. Alright, there's that. There's that. Then I'm going to take this stuff, roll it out, and make some strips. Leftover. And we're going to do a crisscross, a diamond shape, not a square shape, but a diamond shape. Well, this is kind of enough for two. That's a lot of dough. Wow. Man, I can get used to this. This isn't bad. I know this show is taking a little long. I might speed up this segment. Like I said, I'm new to this, so maybe the second time it'll be faster. here. There, long enough. Okay. All right. That's that. Well, the next part is to put the filling in, cover it up, and we'll put it in the oven. Okay, well, here is the filling. It's been sitting for 2 days. Now we're going to pour it into here. And we don't want to pour it too high because it's going to rise. Oh, look at that. Oh, that looks good. Look at that. Wow. You see the citron in there. This is going to fill it right up just a little bit to the top there. That's pretty good. You know, there's a little extra. And of course, I get to taste some of that. Oh my God, that is so good. That is so good. That's been like marinating for a couple days. Really taste the orange. Wow. Oh, I'm excited. Okay, now I'm gonna do the crisscross in here with the lattice work. Yeah. We want to make this in a diamond shape, not a square. How's that looking? Pretty good. Can you see that? All right, now we're going to go across the other way. Ooh. I've never done this. This is fun. Mm-hmm. Nice and thick. Very sort of rustic, which is absolutely right. Oh, the oven is ready. Perfect. Let's make that a little prettier. One more. Okay, so I'm going to cut these guys off and make sure that they're pressed in there into the dough. Press that into the dough there. Okay. Good, let's press that in. Cut. Wow. You know, Mariah loves the ricotta cheesecake that I make. And she's not really crazy about this thing with the wheat. She's kind of used to that with her cheesecake, but I'm going to make her taste it. And she's going to be my critic. I mean, she isn't a critic. But I'm going to make her taste it when it's done. And that'll be tomorrow, because this is going to cook today. It's Holy Saturday. And we don't break the fast of Lent. We don't start feasting until tomorrow. Wow. This is a long show, guys. I'm sorry it's taking so long, but you know, it's a learning curve for me. All right, this is going to go in the oven for about an hour. And I'll show it to you close up before it goes in. This is what it looks like. And we'll see what it looks like when I'm done. Let's hope that all sticks in there. Wow, sono contentissimo. È fatta bene. It came out really, really well. I'm really excited. Oh, it's nice and cooled off. It's been cooling. It took a little bit longer. It was in for about an hour at 375. And it really didn't quite set up right. That's not unusual. So I raised it up to 400, covered it with a tin foil so it wouldn't burn the crust. And it really set up nicely. But look at that. You can see the berries in there. And the nice crust. It came out great. I'm very excited. Being the first time, I didn't know what was going to happen. It sure looks great, smells great. I hope it tastes great, and we'll find out that tomorrow. But I had some extra dough, so I made some little cookies that spelled out, guess what? Buona Pasqua. I know, I'm such a dork. I really am. That's my wife calls me a dork, but she's really lucky because she gets to eat this tomorrow. She wants it today. I said, no, you have to wait until tomorrow. So, this is my first La Pastiera Napoletana, a specialty dish for Easter to celebrate the end of the fast, the end of Lent, and the beginning of the feast. There'll be more food tomorrow. We'll probably have some lamb. I may make some meatballs and I will film it, but you're not going to see it for a while. But this turned out great. I'm very happy. And some flowers from my garden. It's spring. It's Easter. It's a time of celebration. And a great reminder that after the 40 days of Lent and sacrifice, or in the Jewish tradition of the Passover, that there is hard times, but there is an end. And that is a sign of spring. It's a sign of the resurrection in the Catholic tradition. And that's what we're celebrating in this feast tomorrow, that we have hope. And I do for all of us. And in the meantime, let's celebrate. Let's thank the Creator for us being together, for this good food, and for spring. Thank you so much for being here. And I would like to send a greeting to my family, a tutti I miei familiari, amici, e paesani italiani. Vi auguriamo un buona Pasqua dal cuore, a Cassano, a Foglianise, a Foggia, a Pinarolo, da Roma, dappertutto. Dal cuore vi auguriamo, dal cuore. Un bacione e forte abbraccio. Happy Easter to us all. See you next time. Thank you so much. Ciao.